right, you guys, I have finished up everything that I need to do. I've uploaded these and they're in uploaded my previous videos, part 1 and 2. This is part 3. But I'm about to go turn it in because I am exhausted. It's been a day. It's been a lot going on. And like I said, a mother's intuition is not to be played with, and I am going to need to see what's going on with my kids. Like I said, with my eldest, I haven't seen my eldest, and at this point, it's plural when it comes to year. It's like years. Okay. Then I haven't seen my middle child since March, and I haven't seen my youngest child since March. This is coming from a mother who has lived and breathed for her children. Every day I get up and go to work for my children, for myself, but more so for them. And everything I've ever done has always been for them. So for me, I'm like, these people are trying to paint me out to seem like the most terrible person ever. They done sent these people out here, fake social workers and shit, to interview my children just so that they can get details about, how they feeling in their vulnerable moments and stuff like that, just so that they can later use it against me. That's why I said what I said. I said, I still have the documentation that the lady brought over here. And I also still have proof and the recording that the lady that they had set up to make it seem like she was supposed to be some type of a superior or something like that. She wasn't even in the system when it came to the county workers. We did a county-wide search for her, and she wasn't even in the system. Not even as like somebody that they outsource with, not a third party, not, nothing. Like they didn't even know who the lady was. Okay. But yet you didn't have this lady hold a whole goddamn, Teams meeting with all these other imposters around my kid to convince my children that this is a real situation. And then when I get ready to speak up and speak on behalf of my own child, guess what they do to me? Because they've been watching through the cameras and shit of where I was at, they were able to see that I was actually recording. So they decided to hang up on me and not answer because I was recording. I said, no problem. We got you on recording as you were hanging up on me. And I was actually trying to stop my video, but it was really hard. I was having a really tough time logging in there. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, I usually don't have this tough of a time, but I just told you guys about how that type of shit happens, right? So I said, no, I think what it is that they wanted to make my daughter feel safe. They wanted to make her feel that she was valued and that her opinion was being heard in that moment. And that's the only thing that stopped me from literally going down there and cussing that bitch Smooth the fuck out. Don't you ever hang up on me when I have something to say in reference to my daughter's well-being. The fuck are you? I'm her mother. Nobody knows that child the way I know her. Even the shit that y'all think I don't know, I already pick up on. That is my child. Okay? So at the end of the day, people have collectively been working against me, including, they've been going to great lengths, including hiring people and all kinds of shit, just so that we can have all this fake bullshit going on. Then trying to shut me out of my children's lives. Now I'm over here realizing, I'm like, they don't want me to know where my children are. That is a problem. That is a serious, serious problem, and not just for me. So moving past that, I don't give a fuck who thinks this is sad. I don't care who feels like this is, oh my God, she's just so, oh my God, she's crashing out. Like, first of all, I'm 40-something years old. We don't say crashing out. Okay? So that's not even a part of my language. And no, I'm not old, baby. I'm grown. I'm going through what I'm going through, but I'm going through what I'm going through as a grown woman. Okay? I'm online speaking my piece as a grown woman. Okay? So at the end of the day, I ain't never really had no problems with speaking what I need to speak. But I also know what not to speak on. But people think that it's because, oh, well, yeah, she know better than that. Like, no, that's actually just my character. My character is, I don't think I'm going to speak on that. But, you know, I got this other situation that I'm dealing with. I'll speak on that. Okay? People did not suggest that I become a lawyer for nothing. I just didn't feel like going to school for that motherfucking long. Okay? And when I say people, I mean family, friends, and people who meet me. All right? So I don't have a reason to lie about a motherfucking thing. I got tired of that bullshit as well. Okay? Somebody brought up the term energy harvesting, and they ain't never lied. They ain't never lied. Okay? So I got my juice blend here, you guys. I finished 2 of these today. And I let one of my, it was so funny because I got this friend and it's like, it's so messed up, you guys, because of this bullshit and these lies and because of all this tension and shit like that that's going on. I can't even just be cool with people that are, you know, of different cultures and shit like that the way I like to, like normally. And people that I kind of like connect with on, you know, different, you know, at different times, I couldn't even do it. And I was like, dang, I feel bad because I'm like, girl, I stopped in there, right? And I was like, you know, they purposely shut down the coffee shop because they didn't want me to have no water because I usually go in there and get some water or whatever. And I don't care about that. I went in there, I was like, girl, can I get some water real quick so I can put it in my ice? She's like, I don't have any hot water. I was like, it's cool. Shit, we'll make it iced tea because it starts off in the morning hot. That's what helps it to steep the best, right? And then, and I let it sit in my purse until I actually, you know, feel like I need to hydrate. And I hydrate with this tea. Baby, when I tell you about this blend, I'm telling you, Bougie Bums is gonna be the shit. Because I'm gonna have some, and it's only gonna be for tea drinkers because only tea drinkers understand what I'm talking about. Like that tea will get you, you know, like mentally, you'll be together. My respiratory, because I have respiratory issues because I smoked cigarettes for 9 years. So that's why when I'm walking and I'm talking and it's like, oh my God, it feels like I'm out of breath or whatever, it's not because of my extra weight. It's because I smoked cigarettes for 9 years. It's a bad decision, but it was the best decision that I ever made to quit. I'll tell you that. I promise you. Yeah, I don't smoke. I haven't smoked now. Well, I haven't smoked a cigarette. We know that now, right? I haven't smoked a cigarette in I left LA March or April of 2021. So that means that it was about maybe December of 2019 or December of 2020. I wasn't even smoking cigarettes in December of 2020. I remember that. I had stopped smoking. I hadn't smoked by December 2020. I hadn't smoked a cigarette in like a year. So, and I have no desire to smoke a cigarette at all. It's just not my thing, you know. So anyway, and I wish the best of luck to anybody that's trying to quit. I don't see myself above anybody who currently smokes. I don't see myself as better than anybody because I quit. I am actually quite grateful that I have been able to, I'm actually quite grateful that I have been able to sustain that. I was like, oh, wow, good. Like I said, it's about growth with me. I will never place myself above anybody else. I will never look down on anybody else. But because of how I am, I have a certain air about me. People think that I think that I'm like, and it's like, baby, no, I'm not like that. I'm not. It just seems that way sometimes because of my demeanor, you know. But in some cases, I feel like, you know, maybe it might be some people's insecurities where they feel like Well, who do you think you are to tell me? Or, oh, you think you somebody because you quit smoking for so long. Like, well, I can't. I've been quit, but people they don't know that I tried to quit smoking like maybe 4 other times before that. It happens. Don't beat yourself up. Just keep trying to quit. I promise you, one day it will stick. Okay? If that's your situation, it will stick. All right? So, I received the confirmation. I love that I am speaking openly about this, not 100%, but enough for people to understand that, yes, I have already known for I don't know how many years now. I've just been watching and just been allowing myself to grow through it. I truly have. And I think that people have been looking, like, even with me being angry about my kids earlier today, they're going to take that and be like, yeah, she mad, she big mad. And it's like, do you understand? I could care less about any of what you guys think. Those are my children, okay? You dealing with somebody, I've already dealt with whatever emotions I'm gonna deal with when it comes to that whole setup situation. I just been watching people be fake in my face. I'm like, well, like I said the other day, the way that I treat you, the way that I, send my little flowers and things like that to let you know I just love what you guys are doing. Just know that, it's genuine. I don't show fake love. I've never been that type of person. I don't do that. For what? It's not going to benefit me or you. Why would I be faking your face like that? No. So anyway, and I'm not even looking down on anybody who might, have to, play the role or whatever. I get it. I understand. Because, sometimes it'd be a whole lot of money in the room. And sometimes you got to play the role a little bit just so that I get it. You're not talking to a field nigga, honey. Never been that. But let me tell you something. If the lights go out in the big house, I know how to go out there and do what the hell it is that I need to do. Okay? I ain't never felt like I was too good to pick a goddamn thing since we're using that metaphor. Okay? So at the end of the day, because honey, I've gone from shoveling shit in places to within a few weeks, now I'm in corporate, I'm a fucking marketing manager and shit for retail brand management groups and shit like that. Like, honey, you talking to somebody who is extremely humble, but I also know that I am capable, I know that. I don't need validation on any of that, okay? I am not going to continue to, whatever, but because people are sending me subliminal death threats, and I know that it's part of it is fear mongering because that's what they've been doing for a minute. And then when I speak about it, they call me, a snitch or whatever the case is. And I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. I personally feel like after this situation, y'all need to completely revamp however it is that you guys do this, because a majority of what has happened in this particular situation, all of the details and the dots aligned with what traumatized me as a child and what eventually deterred my mother from her goals, and eventually led to my mother and I no longer having a healthy relationship because of the shit that you did to her. Okay? So we're not gonna sit back and act like we're not gonna sit back and act like, oh, that didn't happen, because no, you definitely did some shit to my mom, and I definitely feel a way about it. Let's be clear. Pause. All right, guys, I got myself together. Give me a second, because I'm trying to go and chill out actually. But yes, it's very necessary to acknowledge that you have done some shit to my family that's really, really effed up, and that I have been extremely, extremely forgiving about it. And then to add to it, not okay. Okay? So if you can take your focus off of trying to make me so big mad, then you will realize just how big of a fucking hater you've been towards me this entire time. And that's going out to whoever it applies to. Stop focusing on trying to make somebody mad and focus on your own life and your own journey so you don't find yourself in this situation. Oh, I'll never find myself in that situation. Never say never. Never say never. They freeze accounts every motherfucking day. Never say never. Because see, the Lord, the Most High, has a way of humbling people who feel like they are Him. Okay? And we need to learn to be humble when it comes to the presence. That type of presence, we need to be humble. I know I am, and I've been that way. But once again, I also know when it's okay to be like, you know what, let me give myself some credit. No, wait a minute now, I did that. I know when it's okay to do that. But I also know when it's like, okay, still practice humility, because there's a lot that you need to learn. There's a lot that, that you have going on. There's a lot that, you might need to work on or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm one of those people to where I like to, you know what, let me make another thing of tea real quick while I'm in here. I got my other bottle, you guys. So I'm like, let me make another thing of tea real quick and let that sit, and then that way I can have that throughout the night. Give me a minute. So like I said, I'm not looking for anything from anybody but the truth. I'm not looking for that. And for people to kind of back off, because this has been a really big situation. It's turned into a big mess. I don't even know exactly what the hell is going on. When it comes to that right there, I can only work on my intuitions. Oh, I love that. It says your actions prove your greatness. That's cool. Thanks. I appreciate you. I don't feel too great today, though. I really don't feel too great today. I want to talk to my children. I want to talk to my kids and make sure that they're okay, and I need to see them. I need to lay my eyes on them to see them. Motherfuckers ain't worried about my motherfucking family. They're not worried about the well-being of my family. They're not worried about the well-being of me. They are worried about what they can get out of whomever. That is what they are worried about, they being you all.